girl and she's cursing on there, that is gonna haunt her for the rest of her life. If she wants to be somebody,
On Miss
they gonna
America or
have her
something?
on there saying, "Take your ass to J.O." That's exactly how she says it. She's like 3 or 4 and she's cussing like a sailor. It's awful, and her parents should be ashamed. We have another interview of somebody else.
Go.
All right. Hello, everybody. I am Jonathan Jamal Moses, a second-year business administration student from Miami, Florida.
Hi, Jonathan. Today I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about social networking. Question one, do you have a MySpace?
Well, I had a MySpace. I don't know if I can't even remember if I still have the login and actually own the account, but at one point in time I did.
So you didn't delete it?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think I started deleting it one day and I never finished it. So
Okay. Do you have a Facebook?
I do have a Facebook.
Are you aware that your Facebook could be searched via Google or any search engine on the internet?
Yes, I am.
And you're okay with that?
No, I'm not necessarily okay with that, but I think again with the move of technology in this country, as far as that information being accessible, I don't necessarily agree with it, but I do understand the times that we live in today.
Do you have any embarrassing moments via social network?
As far as
Anything? MySpace, Twitter,
I wouldn't
Facebook?
necessarily call them embarrassing moments, but I guess everybody knows the infamous hack when people have access to your Facebook and stuff like that, like this young lady does right now. So they like hacking and putting up information that's erroneous, and they think that it's funny. So I don't necessarily call that an embarrassing situation. It's just part of social networking to me.
Okay. Are you aware that, like, if you were driving and pulled over by the police officer, when the police officer runs your name on their computer, it will show your MySpace, your Facebook, and your Twitter?
So hold on, rewind that right quick. Can you repeat that question?
Are you aware that if you're pulled over or a police officer comes to you for whatever reason and asks for identification, when they go back to their vehicle and type your name into their database to see, let's say, if you have any warrants or anything, what also pops up on that machine could also, if they wanted to, could be your social networks, like your MySpace, your Facebook, and your Twitter.
I didn't know that.
Okay, thank you.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want me to ask something else?
No, so that's true. Well, we could talk offline.
You can go.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Okay. Okay.
We just
Okay. What he talked. Well, wait. I want to tell y'all why I asked about MySpace, because a lot of people don't use their MySpace anymore. Therefore, they think, "Oh, I don't use it anymore," whatever. But if you were young when MySpace came about, so most people use their real name and told like just about everything about themselves. So if you really did that, it's still out there. And if someone Googles your name, your MySpace just might come up when you were young and foolish and have like pictures you probably are ashamed of now. So that's the reason why I kind of asked them about MySpace and asked them did they really delete it, because if they didn't delete it, it's still there. Okay, you don't log on it anymore. You haven't used it in years. So what? It's still there. Hey, where my ring? I'm sorry. It's still. You know what it is? My ring. Okay. It's still, I'm sorry, guys. I feel naked without my class ring. So I was wondering because I took it off earlier. But it's still there. So I just wanted to bring awareness to them that even though they don't use it anymore, or if they haven't logged on in a long time, it's still there.
accessible. Yeah.
Accessible. And Googling their name, that can come up, in embarrassing times in their life can come back or whatever. And I saw somebody put nowadays social network is like a major tool as far as investigations go, and they are like, I was watching CNN, and CNN even reports about what somebody tweeted or what they saw on somebody's Facebook status, and I'm like, really, CNN? You're relying on Twitter to be a source? Like, you guys are supposed, anytime big news happen, everybody turns to CNN and they're like, "Oh, if CNN says it is true,"
It's
negative,
validated. It's not valid.
negative. CNN doesn't validate anything. I don't know what makes me believe whatever, but not CNN. CNN shouldn't make you believe anything.
But also on Facebook personally, that I know they caught a murder case because this guy, after he killed somebody, she shot somebody in the head, and then he wrote on Facebook like 30 minutes later talking about, "Oh, you saw how I capped that guy. I should get a teardrop now." And that's how they were able to find out who did it.
Ignorance is bliss.
They tell on themselves.
Yeah, people really do. Social networks get stuff out there.
With the quickness. You don't need no posters
faster
no
than you can blink. It tells
once you
everything.
once you press send, it's gone.
It's gone, and you can delete it, but they can
Retrieve
get it back. Right, they can get it back. I have pictures. They're on Facebook. I'm untagged, but from freshman year, staying in the dorm, and I'm so embarrassed of them. I'm gonna ask her to take them down. They are horrible. But here's another interview. This time I interviewed two people at once because they were kind of camera shy and they didn't want to.
And then they go get camera ready too. They go put their lip gloss on, make sure they're
to
popping.
Be glamorous.
Yes, they had to make sure they look good for you guys now. So make sure you appreciate them.
Yeah.
Go.
Hello, my name is Tyrus. I'm a second-year major of criminal justice at Miami, Florida.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm a first-year nursing student from Jackson, Florida.
Okay, today I am going to ask you questions about social media. Do you guys have a MySpace?
Oh.
I did used to have one.
You used to have one?
I still have a MySpace. I still be on there.
You still be on there?
I just changed my top 4 yesterday. I still have that.
Why are you looking like that?
Yes, MySpace is so old.
It's old.
I go in there just get pictures so I can do Throwback Thursday on Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, okay. You say you don't use your MySpace anymore? Did you delete it?
No, because I forgot my email, so I changed it to confirmation, but it's still okay.
Okay. So if somebody like Googled your name, your MySpace might show up.
Yeah, they gonna see the old Michelle.
Yeah, the old one.
The old Michelle. How you used to look.
For the same.
Okay. Do you have any embarrassing moments as far as social networks are concerned?
Embarrassing moments. I have a lot of embarrassing moments. Okay, people used to say, obviously, I changed a lot, like on MySpace stuff. So what they do is they get pictures off of MySpace, they post it like on Facebook, like when I used to be like real big, whatever. And they used to be like, oh, that's the old times, and that's so embarrassing. And I don't know how to delete my MySpace because I don't know when I try to send my password to the email address, it don't show, so I don't know how to delete my MySpace.
But you just said you.
I know how to get on there, or whatever, but my email address that I use for that, I don't know the password on the AOL.com. So, yeah, I don't know how to delete it. So people be always getting pictures from there. It's so embarrassing. I was like 300 pounds.
Okay. And you said no. No embarrassing moments. Okay. Last question. Are you aware that if you, let's say, get in trouble with law enforcement and they run your name, that your MySpace, Twitter, and Facebook possibly shows up on their computer?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's okay. That's fine.
I don't post anything that I'm ashamed of, anything that would get me in trouble. So.
I usually post pictures so people can see how I'm doing and how I'm looking these days.
Okay. Thank you. Go.
Hello, my name is Tyrus. I'm a second year.
Okay, so yeah. As you can see, he was embarrassed about some photos on MySpace because he claims that he was 300 pounds before, and he doesn't want people to see that him because he's changed. He's a changed man. But she had nothing embarrassing. She felt like she was always glamorous all her life, so it's nothing really to be embarrassed about. But that's a prime example of why you should be careful what you upload because you might later become embarrassed about it, I guess. But here is my uncle.
Your
I call
uncle.
him. I call him
Uncle Tom.
Uncle. Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom. That's his name.
We had asked him his opinion about social networking, and this is what he had to say.
This is what Uncle Tom had to say. Oh, holla at him.
Hi, I'm Dave with LunaWeb, and I'm here to talk about social networking and the history of social networking. Before we can really talk about the history of it, we have to define it. And really, taking today's definition, social networking can be defined as the sharing of information, specific information, categorized information, by two or more computing devices. And given that definition, we can say that social networking really began back in the late 1970s. That was on bulletin board systems that were private networks where people would dial into a local number and exchange files, data, download, upload, etc. The commercial versions of those came out in the form of Prodigy and CompuServe, which are fee-based, and those ultimately became the original online services. There was some competition there by a company that later became known as America Online, which started a service called Quantum Link, or Q-Link, which was accessible through people with their Commodore 64s and Commodore 128s to dial up and exchange, have chat rooms, have bulletin boards, exchange files, etc.